everyone, I am finally back with the not alleged mystical mercari haul that I've been hinting at for like at least a month now. Well, here's the thing. You go on Neokio and you're like, I'm going to get a couple of things. I'm just going to check to see the lay of the land for a couple items. And then you have to like get enough to justify the shipping costs from Japan, which is typically around like $30 to $40. So you're like, well, I should at least get $30 to $40 worth of stuff. And then you keep adding stuff to your cart and you wait for orders to come in. And before you know it, you are waiting on 30 items to get delivered to the storage to then get shipped to you. So overall, this most recent Mercari haul was the process and accumulation and finishing up of around a month and a half worth of browsing and waiting and just waiting for stuff to get in. There was a huge holiday in the middle of it in Japan. So here I am finally with the mystical Mercari haul that I've been alluding to for literally months. So there is plenty of stuff to go through. I also have, so in this is going to be a lot of Josh stuff, a lot of Shinwon stuff, a couple random things. There's 17 Pentagon, there's some Duque in here too. It should be a good time. And I'm so happy to finally have this stuff in my hands rather than knowing that it's mine, but in a storage facility in Japan. I promised Josh, but first we have an ode to you, Minghao, with the silver hair. I love the silver hair Minghaos for an ode, and turns out I have a lot more than I thought I did. And I recently did a tally of everything that's not Joshua Hong. I did a tally to see like how many of each member I had to kind of get an idea of like where my bias line is currently falling and who to start collecting next. And turns out out of the 12 other members, I have nearly 40 Minghao cards. So I think that the next prospect I'm going to go for is Minghao. I'm also having some allegiance issues because I initially started collecting Seokmin when I first got into 17, so he's my next biggest one. So I think I'm probably going to be trying to tackle Minghao and Seokmin a little bit more diligently than I previously was now that, spoiler alert, Josh is complete. So I also love seeing how people package shit when they're delivering it to Mercari. I think it's a lot of fun just to see what people are doing, and this tape is being so stubborn. I'm going to wait until I have scissors to get this off and not risk tearing this, but here is a Teenage Rose Quartz and Serenity version, June. I love the Rose Quartz and Serenity concept because they all look like grubby, awful band boys, and I'm an ex-emo kid, so it really speaks to me, you know? All right, here is a Josh card. I think this one is a fan sign one. I don't have like a catalog of exactly which fan signs each thing is from off the top of my head like I do with some other people. And also all the purple background Hengare Josh cards kind of all mushed together in my head. So the difference between knowing if it's a album card versus a fan sign card is lost on me sometimes, but I think this one is a fan sign one. The worst thing that ever happened to me was finding out that there are charts and templates for the pre-order and fan sign benefits for both Hengare and Semicolon. So my album collection for Josh is done. The hunt for everything else is still on. All right, here we have a, let's try to get this tape off. Oh, wait, what is it doing? Okay. Here we have a pre-order fan sign Shinwon. I think this one is my music taste. I'm not positive, but I did join a bunch of group orders on Instagram to try to get the rest of his pre-order cards for the Love or Take era. Oh, hell yeah, I was right. It is my music taste. Zag on them. So it turns out that a lot of the very last Josh cards that I needed were from an ode of all albums. The stuff from the Poet and I think Hope version were like stupidly hard to find. Like the one of him with the beret and waving his hand one, that was so hard to find. I had to go on a completely different Mercari buying website to acquire that one and end up spending $18 on it because I was not able to find it for any amount cheaper. Blonde, striped, and perfect. So I have two of the shinwon. I don't remember which one this one is from, but of a pre-order benefit shinwon. But I got two because sometimes when you order through a buying website, your orders can get canceled or they fall through. So sometimes I put two orders in just in case, trying to see if something will actually fall through. And then sometimes I end up spending more money than I really needed to because I end up getting both. So this will be a situation of me selling one of these shinwons. But I've kind of made peace with not being able to get every single pre-order benefit for shinwon for Lover Take era. One, because they're kind of hard to find, but I did recently find someone on Instagram who's doing a full set of them and selling them. So I ordered that, but I'm splitting it with a friend. And I'm kind of like waiting to have a better idea of what exactly I need and what I don't need when everything kind of gets here. But I also joined a couple group orders for like a JJ Muse one fell through because there were some issues with like the distribution for JJ Muse in general for that batch of albums. I also joined one for Sayonara. I did, but some of the other ones in that bigger set that I ordered like has Beat Road and everything, and Beat Road's been kind of hard to find. But I think with that one, I'll be very close to having all of them. But if I don't, after all those things arrive in the mail, I'm not like super concerned with not having them. I think I'm more concerned with having the pre-order benefits of him in the striped green and white jacket, which is what this card is, because I think that's like the most fun outfit to come out of Lover Take. So, all right, now we have someone who is not a man. Thank God. Here is let me just peel off the cataloging sticker off of there. This one is Dami from Duque. I still have yet to kind of pick out my proper Duque bias, which is why I haven't started like super duper hardcore collecting their cards or their albums for that matter, but also their albums are a completely different story because they're pretty much all out of print, and even the new ones are kind of hard to find because they're so high in demand because their company doesn't really understand how many people actually love Duque. But here's from the most recent album cycle, the Road to Utopia one. I think this is from, I don't remember the letters for it, but whatever the white version of the album was, that's what this one is from. The one that was all like black and hot pink, cyberpunk. So, but like I said, I haven't really figured out a Duque bias yet. I like all of them a lot, but every single time I'm like, oh, I'm allowed to have more than one bias for this group because that's just how life goes. And then I'm like, oh, I love Dami, but I also love Gahyun, and I love Yuhyun, and I also love Sua. And at that point, I'm like, well, then I just love all of them, so I can't choose. All right, here we have another Blonde Joshua. The quest for Blonde Joshua is still on. I am still embarking on that quest. I am so close to being done with it. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that this is like one of my favorite looks to come out of Semicolon, is the tousled white blonde fuzzy cardigan striped t-shirt situation. So this one is just an HMV card. It wasn't a pre-order benefit or fan sign benefit for anything, but I have him. Very excited to be very nearly done with Blonde Show Quest. This is a repeat card. I am a notorious don't keep track of things properly and rebuy things that I already have 2 or 3 times and sometimes even 4 times over. So this will be getting sold because I don't need him. I've already purchased him like 4 times. So I have 2 of the Boys Be Joshuas. One for myself, one for Isabel from Paybell. I saw that 2 of them were listed. I know that she is working diligently on, oh god, my stars, working diligently on her Joshua collection. So now that I'm kind of done with mine, I want to help out any way that I can to make sure that her collection is also getting built up. And because I'm really good at searching for Joshua stuff now. I've become really, really, really good at it and kind of have a pretty good barometer on what things should be priced and when things are listed and everything. Oh my god, all the scotch tape that people are using to seal up these cards is just impossible, so I'm not going to spend my time picking off the tape. But I have a pretty good idea on like what things should look like and what things cost, and if 2 older cards are available, I'm not going to not help my friend try to get an advance on their collection. So I don't know what this one is because it's wrapped in all silver and wrapped with packing tape. So this will be a surprise for both you and me. Oh, okay. Okay. This is from the Pentagon Cafe event that was happening in Japan recently. And it's kind of a bummer that I will never be able to go probably to one of these cafe events in Japan. But this is just a thick plastic trading card from that. Happy to have him. And also it makes me very happy because I have 17 Cafe Joshua stuff. So now I have Shinwon Pentagon Cafe stuff. So it all works out really well. Oh, let's move on to some more Shinwon. This one is a Demo 1 Shinwon, which means I only need one more Demo 1 Shinwon to complete the set. I am now officially 2 cards away from finishing up the album Shinwons, which is a buck wild thing to be able to say. There's a couple album inclusions I still need. I just need one more Demo 2 album inclusion for Shinwon, and then his album stuff is almost all done for me. This one is a Japan Dome Tour trading card. I really like whenever Joshua is in yellow. I think it looks really lovely on him. I think it's his color. So I wasn't really planning on trying to get the non-photocard stuff, a lot of stuff for him, but unfortunately, I still have Hoarder Collector Completionist brain. And if he happens to look really nice in a card, I'm going to unfortunately want it. But here we have it from the Dome Tour with a signature and a doodle of Minghao by Joshua on the back, which this is incredible. And then here is the last of the incomplete cards that I needed. There were 6 incomplete cards for Joshua with the blonde hair. We all know that's what I'm here for. So now he is officially done. I can be free from looking at incomplete cards and one step closer to having every piece of official physical proof of the Platinum Blonde most recent iteration of Blonde Joshua. And speaking of more Blonde Joshua, there's another one of these HMV cards that I cannot locate. And initially I was going to make peace with just having one of them, but now that I'm so close to finishing it up that I'm like, no, I do want all of them. But this also came in a set. I have not seen this card listed by itself, like at all, recently, in months. So I had to get it in a set of a bunch of cards that I already have. Like I already have this trading card, I already have no, I actually don't have this lenticular, so I will be keeping that. I already have an Ode photo book card, and I already have an Ode Hope card anyway. So I'm probably going to be saying goodbye to these ones and keeping the lenticular one for myself. But it was all ultimately to get this one. And the price for this set was really reasonable. I think it was like 30 bucks or something like that for 5 cards. That's pretty good. So I will not be surprised if I see the other version of this card, which is just an HMV card, alone for $30 once it eventually pops up in some listings. And then here we have a set of more trading cards, and these ones are all also from the 2020 Japan Dome Tour. The problem is also with the trading cards is that for a lot of the times they're really reasonably priced for what they are and how many you get in a set. So oh look, here we go, double of that lenticular, so I will be selling one. So like this I think altogether was $12. So like it's a bunch of cards, he looks nice in them, and it's for a reasonable price, so it's really hard to say no. Okay, so speaking of 17 Cafe things, I initially was not going to buy this set, but I could not get over this high-waisted, dark wash, dad jean denim, Neil from the Santa Claus sweater, just too short of a haircut, styled stupidly, postcards. Everything about this I am utterly entranced by and utterly obsessed with, and there was no way I wasn't going to have it. So welcome home. And then this one is also a Hengade, come on. This is a Hengade. No, I lied. So this one is, see, here's the thing. The haircut is similar to what he looks like in some of the Hengade ones. And then the blue threw me off. And I was like, oh, the purple equals the Hengade. And this haircut also equals the Hengade. So like, that's what it is. Now it's a semicolon card. I'm also not taking the plastic off because the Scotch tape is impossible. And then here we have a shinwon. I think this is just a poster or like a piece of like fun plastic from one of their fan kits. I think this was the one before last with it was a camping theme. I didn't get it, but I really like his hair in this one, and I'm going to keep it. Also, his shoulders look stupid broad in this, and I just realized that. Oh, that sucks. So I think I mentioned in a couple of my last videos that I was gonna start collecting Johnny a little bit more seriously, and also my woes with what the NCT market looks like. But also, it's, see, I'm the blonde man's whore. Let's just be real here. Whenever one of my K-pop boys has grody, just stupid blonde hair, I go bonkers over it, but it has to like be a specific kind of blonde, and it has to be styled a very specific way for my brain to just go, oh shit, oh fuck. And Johnny's long blonde extensions, I have terrible taste. I'm a dumb bitch. I will never change, and that is a promise. And just stupid grody skater boy Johnny really just smacked me in my frontal lobe. And so now I want the physical proof of his extensions. And now he's growing his hair out longer because I think he liked it so much, and I'm in danger. But I know that a couple of, oh, this is just a printout that someone made, but this is the actual like official thing. But a lot of the cards of him with the long blonde hair on it are like kit cards, or they're like a pre-order benefit card, and the NCT market is already as insane as it is. And I don't have a proper handle on it yet, but I feel like I'm going to have to shell out a significant chunk of change in order to acquire the just disgusting grody teenage dirtbag long blonde hair Johnnies. And here we have a teenage standee for Joshua. I have a bunch of the standees now. I think I have Hoshi, I have Scoops, I have June, Seokmin, I think someone else, and now I finally have Joshua's. So for some like non-card stuff, this one, first of all, love that it was just packaged in a plastic bag. I don't care about that. If it works, it works. So I got the Seokmin 5th anniversary t-shirt. Now I already have this shirt. I'll show you what mine looks like. This is what happens when you put this shirt in the dryer 4 times in a row, because my dryer was broken and wasn't drying things properly. So I had a load of wash in there that I was just trying to dry desperately instead of, you know, like taking it out and letting it air dry like a normal person. I didn't do that, forgetting that this shirt was in there, and seeing the back like completely destroyed like broke my heart. And I was just like, fine, like this $50 t-shirt I've ruined, I'm just going to live with it. And then someone listed it on Mercari for like $20, and I wasn't going to say no to having a better version of that shirt again. So learn from me. If you happen to have the 5th anniversary t-shirts, especially ones that have like a lot of ink on the back, like I know Hoshi's is like that too because I have Hoshi's, don't put in the dryer that long. In fact, you should probably just let it air dry. And so one of the other things I got was the Cam magazine that they did. And I got it because when the shots came out, I loved them. And also they all looked, so I used to work at Forever 21 a couple years ago. They look exactly how a bunch of collections were being styled at the time that I worked at Forever 21. And I was just really obsessed with that. So I think there is a Josh card in here, and that was the reason why I really bought it. So let me dig in there real quick for it. That's fun. It's like got a Detective Conan thing in here. Oh yeah, okay, so it wasn't a card, it was a little poster that came with it. It's like an HMV poster, and he looks really good in it. So I will do a quick little flip through. Ooh. Oh geez, there's a big poster. And is that a new, are they doing a new sports anime? Hello? I'm interested in that. Oh geez, oh no. That's fun. And I already unwrapped this, but to get a 5 Senses card of Shinwon, I had to get another copy of 5 Senses. I think this one, yeah, so the thing about 5 Senses cards is that no one has ever really made a template for them, and no one really knows how many there are out there, but I feel okay enough to say goodbye to looking for any more 5 Senses items, because this is a Shinwon solo card, and then I also have a unit card with him, Hui and Hyojung on it. So like, I'm at peace with where I'm at with the 5 Senses cards. And this is one of the postcards that comes with Demo 2. I'm still on the hunt where he is trying to like look sultry laying on the beach, but he just looks like an idiot. So I'm still on the hunt for that specific one, but I'm glad I at least have made a dent in the 2 for Demo 2. This copy of Ceremony has the Shinwon CD plate, so I never really concern myself with CD plates. It's just more of a headache than what it's worth. It just requires you to do more digging. It costs you more money to find them, so I just don't really concern myself with the CD plates. And not Shinwon. Shinwon personally did not do that. Cube, in a lot of the earlier albums and even the albums now, they've kind of changed what they do with the CD plates, but sort of putting like the album sleeves and like little inscriptions and stuff where the CDs are in the albums have made it member specific. But they've kind of always done that, and so I try not to concern myself too much with it. But now I'm not going to say no to having the Shinwon CD plate. I'm not going to do that. So I think I'm going to switch this out because the packaging on this Ceremony is not as nice as, has not been as well kept. Because the problem also with the foil Pentagon albums is that they show every single ding, every single scratch on them. It's impossible to keep them pristine. Like, they get bumps and bruises even through any plastic on them. You have to be so careful with them. But I think I'm gonna try to sell this one or give it away to a friend who's a new uni or something like that, and keep the one I have that's a little bit nicer for myself. And I already took the plastic off of this, but I got another version of Duke's most recent album. So let's open this up together. And thankfully, I know that Duke they don't put the photo cards in there, so that's right here. Who did I get? Who did I get? I love that they do like this little plastic frame thingy. Oh, a Gahyun and a GU and another Gahyun. Oh, awesome. I'm really happy with that. All right, and then this can get closed back up. Duke also has notoriously awful packaging, apparently. I don't need this to all just be a paper fold-up thing. Just give me a booklet. And then that's all I had for Mercari stuff, but as a bonus, here's a most recent Depop order from Miss at Cassie Coops on Depop. She is truly my my Joshua dealer. I've purchased from her like 4 times now, and now she just leaves me post-it notes that's like, thank you so much for being a great customer. And I'm like, no, you are feeding my problem. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. But these are from Carrotland, the first fan meeting, which was in 2017. So I'm like, this is now officially, I didn't realize that this was going to come in with this, but this PS4 controller Joshua is like holy grail status for me now. This is absolutely incredible. So yeah, these ones just all are trading cards. So like, now this is going to be making a significant dent in the trading card portion of my collecting. This is a bunch of unit PCs, trading cards. And so like, here's some of my big trio. It's Joshua, Minghao, and Sakmin. And then this one is Wonu, Joshua, and June. And then here is Joshua, Minghao, and Mingyu. Mingyu, Dino, and Joshua. And then just Joshua by himself. Joshua by himself. And these ones are from Ideal Cut. Yeah, these are all from Ideal Cut. And finally, here we have the third fan meeting Carrotland from 2019. And then here we have Vernon and Joshua. Another of him. Hoshi and Joshua. And then him. And then him. So yeah, that's everything that I've kind of been waiting on. I have one more package to arrive. It's a body package. It's got some like very loose end stuff I need to finish up the Joshua collection, including that that one specific an ode card that I was talking about where he's waving in it. I did a package consolidation last night, so I'm hoping that that'll be ready to ship out by like tonight or tomorrow. It's Tuesday when I'm recording this, so hopefully by Wednesday or sometime early next week, that package should get to me. And then when that gets to me, it will be time for a big long series of videos that I'm going to be doing about giving you tours of my Joshua collection, my Shinwon collection, setting up a new situation for those collections because of now that I have almost all of it, I want to rearrange it, as well as reorganizing my 17 binder, reorganizing my pentagon binder, and reorganizing my miscellaneous binder, which includes like NCT and also includes like Duque and like Red Velvet and stuff. That's going to be a big project. I'm really excited to do it. All of my cards are re-sleeved. They're just sitting in a bin in my room ready to get put into binders again. So I'm really excited for when that package goes in so I can finally feel like I'm making progress on some of my collection stuff. And I can't wait to share that with you guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and I will see you on the flip side.